We are live, the home of the Raptors in wonderful Toronto. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, on the sidelines as well. Last game for the Nets, a loss to the Celtics in Boston.
I got him!
Lays it up off the glass. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Here is Edwards after Luka Doncic's bucket. Out to Edwards. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. Pass to Bamba. Back to Doncic. Good ball movement here by the Raptors. A fadeaway. And Ware pulls it down. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Nets. And hammers that one down right in the face of Jaren Jackson.
Oh, my. What a huge flush by Edwards. Showing off right now.
Doncic with the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Swiped it away. Jackson with it. Put it now by Barnes. Jackson, that's good.
All Jackson Jr. needed was daylight. Defense gave it to him, and he took advantage.
We've known about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s defensive acumen, but G.A. much improved as a scorer as well.
Yeah, her range out beyond the arc and his handle, I think it's underrated. One of the top two-way bigs in our league.
Now Jackson. After Anthony Edwards missed from long range. Clock at 6. Near the three-point line, it's Doncic. And the wing jumper offline. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That's on Jaren Jackson.
Oh, impressive drive there by Edwards. Mixing it up with the D to draw the foul while in the act.
And the Nets making a change here. And a player, Tim, who stuffs the stat sheet, Scotty Barnes.
Yeah, Kevin, he just has a great all-around game. But the thing I like the most, he's very unselfish. He will pass up a shot. If a teammate has a better one.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Darko Rajakovic. We chatted about Scotty Barnes. In terms of the game plan, Coach told me they plan to give Scotty extra attention, saying, quote, we'll try to make things hard on him. It's key we don't allow him to get into an early groove. We'll see if they can execute. Back to you, Kevin.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. And the dunk by Doncic.
Sometimes defenses sleep on Doncic's ability to elevate. He is capable of throwing it down.
Oh, here's Edwards. 6 points for him. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Here's Doncic. He's got 9. Fooled the D with the pass fake right there. Doncic has got 11 points.
Well, he's done everything you want offensively. Great shot selection, and he is a big reason why they have the lead.
Now here's Edwards. He's got 8.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Yeah, so many times we will see shooters of any caliber miss that wide open 3.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It goes on Mohamed Bamba.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And in a little over a decade, the Nets, GA, having to rebuild from the ashes of 2 super team iterations.
The short time span between shows how quickly they can turn things around. And with a treasure trove of picks in the coming years, they look to climb that mountain once again.
Here is Edwards after Luka Doncic's bucket.
Yeah, he's got to be mad at himself for missing that one, especially considering the defense didn't really affect him.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Well, just keep feeding him. He has been lights out.
Here's Edwards. And the rejection by Jackson.
Quality denial there by Jackson. His anticipation right at the rim, impressive.
Has to wear. And here is Barnes. Stolen by Jackson. Doncic feeling it out. Back to Jackson. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 15. Here's Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
Wow, Barnes just slicing through the defense. That display of ball handling was impressive.
The drive by Doncic. And Bridges with the block. Nets trailed by 5. Here's Edwards. Pass to Thibault. Looking for Bridges. He gets it there. Misses that one. He's 0 for 1 from the floor. And he drives in. Here's Doncic. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Doncic has got 17. And the foul called on Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
3 early turnovers, Kevin. He needs to regain his focus and start righting this ship.
Now, here's Doncic. He's got 17. The quick look, no good that time. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Thibault on the wing. On the wing, Barnes. And the dunk by Barnes.
And Barnes got off the floor quickly, no doubt about that one.
Here's Doncic. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so 1 free throw coming up.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Toronto shooting their first free throw of the game here.
And as a group, they shot 75% from the line last season.
And so it's Toronto heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter.
14.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Raptors here so far in this one?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
Yeah, the energy was there. The communication was there. I think they can build on this going forward.
Valanciunas draws the double. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Brown. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for the Nets. They trail by 7. Pass to Newell. Inside. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Got the ball right inside. Such a well-timed pass.
And an intentional foul right there.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Valanciunas inside. Poole outside. Back to Valanciunas. It's tipped. Dinwiddie outside. Pass to Newell. Misses the three. Toronto leading by 5. A shot by Middleton. Wide open. A three-pointer is right on target.
And this is Middleton's game. He's thinking of shooting it even before the pass hits his hand.
Driving to the basket. Back to DiVincenzo. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Pass to Valanciunas. Poole right side. Shot clock at 5. It's deflected. And he gets it back. That one good for 2. And it's a 10-point Raptor lead.
The more effective Poole is inside, the more headaches he causes for the defense.
Well, that's what you're trying to do offensively. Get a shot close to the rim.
Driving the lane. A rebound by the Nets. And now let's swing it over to Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Well, those who've worked with Nets coach Jordi Fernandez rave about his people skills. He said, quote, "Am I very good at it? I don't know, but I try because I think it's important. When you have that relationship, especially in the tough moments, is when you can break through and be successful. Without it, it's tough, so you try to build it." Guys?
Thank you, Allie.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
All it takes is a half second of carelessness, and someone will be rocking the rim going the other way.
And a great move by Valanciunas. Tim, you once led the NBA in three-point percentage, and in my mind's eye, I can see almost every shot. You were terrific shooting the long ball.
Well, Kevin, I don't want to show my age, but do you know, after 4 years of high school and 2 years of college, making 25-foot-2s, I finally had a three-point line going into my junior year, and I'm just glad I had a three-point line for my entire NBA career.
Yeah, it's a tough transition to make to stretch out and go those extra couple feet.
No doubt. I was not ready to make NBA level threes when I first came out of college. A year overseas really helped me gain strength, and finally I found my rhythm in the NBA.
Some changes for Toronto. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Making a change here. Here is Edwards. He's got 8. Clock at 4. Brooklyn needs to get off a shot here. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
That is what Barnes brings on defense. He has the length to bother a shot and the versatility to switch on to any offensive player.
Going inside, and the basket is good. Barnes has got his third basket of the night.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy you can plug in just about anywhere.
And it's Thibault in the corner. And that one's good, Barnes. Barnes has got it all tied up now for the Nets.
And you do have to take Barnes seriously enough from the arc. He trusts his shot from there more and more.
And it's Doncic missing. And here are the Nets. It's a 12-2 run here. Good pace. Edwards downhill. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And Doncic. Here we go.
And it doesn't take much for Doncic to get hot. And once that happens, well, he is almost unguardable.
Barnes, right side. Stolen by Jackson. Doncic outside. Pass to Jackson. And Jackson throws it down.
And this kid throws down some mean dunks. Jackson showcasing his athleticism on that one.
Edwards with it. Started now by Jackson. And they'll get another chance. Fast break. Here come the Raptors. And now we've got the intentional foul. And so Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Doncic. And another basket for Toronto.
And guys, the intelligence is evident. When the pick comes, Doncic often makes the right read.
Got it. Edwards converts for two.
Now, I'm not sure who was supposed to be on him that possession. I mean, apparently neither did the defenders.
Here's Doncic. And Doncic throws it down.
And if you give Luka just a sliver of daylight, this is what you get.
A three from Barnes. And he's good on the three ball. Barnes has got 12.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
And a close game so far through the first two quarters as we reach halftime. Raptors lead by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. And so Doncic will bring it up for Toronto. They've led by as much as 10. And Doncic throws it down.
And great court awareness there helps Luka find an opening when he just explodes on the drive.
Here's Dort. And he caps off the fast break with a monster slam.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
And it results in the highest percentage look you're going to get.
Outside Edwards. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Fleming. Offline with his 3. Raptors leading by 7. And last season, Vince Carter became the first player ever to have his jersey retired, Tim, by the Raptors.
so well deserved. And look, Prime Vince Carter is exactly the kind of player Toronto is still looking for. A 3-level elite scorer.
Well, Jackson Jr. is an efficient rebounder, and he knows to send that one right back.
Pass to Fleming. Left side, Edwards. Rebounded by Kamare. And so here's Toronto. They haven't given up any points here in the second half.
First team foul.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Scotty Barnes picks one up.
In Europe, Doncic spent a lot of time as a primary ball handler. You see the craftiness there in terms of drawing fouls.
And as the days and months go by, Greg, it still may take us some time to get over the shock of last season's trade of Luka Doncic.
And we know the question marks as far as conditioning and defense that led to it. But hard to bet against the talent of his caliber.
To stop the run, Edwards. That's in for his 5th field goal of the game. Makes him 5 for 12 so far.
And once Edwards gets a step on you, it's likely going to be a bucket or a foul or both.
What a performance for him on the offensive end. He's been fantastic the entire game.
And the rejection by Jackson. And it's out of bounds. They say last touch by Jackson. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Nobody near Barnes. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Wow, and you can see the added strength for Barnes. It really helped him there.
And he'll be shooting his first free throw of the game here.
And his percentage at the line last season, right at the 75% mark.
Here's Doncic. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Doncic has got 33 points. Nets trailed by 10. And here's Edwards from the arc. Dort grabs the miss. And they blow the whistle for a foul. He was trying to disrupt the fast break opportunity.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
This will be his 4th shot at the line in this one. And for all the talk, Tim, about Lou Dort's defense, how about his growth as a shooter?
Well, I think he understood to get more minutes, he had to be more consistent as a shooter. The defense has always been there, but the steady improvement has come with his 3-point shooting, which makes him now an elite 3-and-D wing.
Barnes with it. Dort covering. Down low. Now we'll hear from Allie Laporte, and she's got a story for us. An update. Allie?
Thanks, guys. What Luka Doncic does with the ball in his hands is never predetermined. He said, quote, "I just see what the defense gives me. It's never the same decision. It's a lot of factors. You've got to look at who's guarding you, if the shot's going in or not. There's a lot to think about, and then decide." Back to you guys.
He keeps them guessing. Allie, we thank you very much. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, they got a little loose with the ball right there, but in general, they've avoided the big mistakes, and they're running away with this.
Edwards looking it over. Bridges outside. Back to Edwards. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Jackson with the block.
No, sir. Jackson Jr.'s shot blocking abilities, part of why he was a top 5 pick back in 18.
And timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. So both teams making some changes here. And it's the Raptors ball. They're on a 15-5 run. Middleton on the wing. Pass to Chang. To the inside. And they're pushing it up. The three. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this league.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark. Valanciunas inside. Nice fake, but the layup off the mark. You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordi Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
And there's the call on Dante DiVincenzo. Foul number 2 for him.
14 foul.
1:31 left here in the third quarter. Here's Middleton. Denied. DiVincenzo with it. No scoring in this one. It's up a 3. Valanciunas grabs the board. And it's Poole with the ball for Toronto. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game. Valanciunas inside. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And with how he can operate on the block and shoot it, Valanciunas is a tough matchup for most centers.
GA now in year 3 under Darko Rajakovic. The Raptors are staying the course.
And his contract runs through next season, and he's all in on developing these young players and getting the best out of them. Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Screen by Valanciunas. Lets it fly. Nice fake there to create the shot, but it's no good. Nets trailed by 9. It's stolen by Valanciunas. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. And the Nets with possession here. Comes up empty down low. Pass to Chang. And it's good. 2 points. And the Raptors lead by 11.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
It's been all about Luka Doncic for Toronto. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. And he wants to see some changes out there right away and right now. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I was able to listen in on what Darko Rajakovic was going over with his team. He loves what the D has been able to accomplish, saying to his team, every turnover is a big success for us. Keep forcing those errors. Don't let them feel comfortable out there. So expect them to keep trying to be disruptive.
And as always, Allie, great job. Thank you. Out to Bridges. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Oh, big time putback there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. Pass to Kamare. Now here's Jackson. He's defended by Ware. Barnes outside. Fires the 3. And another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
Well, Barnes has caught a heater. And if his teammates are smart, they will keep finding him.
And Doncic throws it down.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
Outside for Jackson. 5 on the clock. Lets it go from the wing. A rebound by the Nets.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
Doncic left side. Outside for Jackson. And Ware pulls it down.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Here's Jackson. Hits the J after faking out the D with the quick up fake. And the Raptors lead by 10.
And he is a huge presence inside at both ends. Jackson's a great asset to have in the post. And with that three, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
And it's Doncic missing. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Stolen by Jackson. And they go to the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Now, here's Doncic. Doncic on the drive inside. And the dunk by Doncic.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
When you have someone running point who's also a factor at the rim like that, it's a huge advantage.
It's Edwards on the wing. Dort wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark. Nets trailed by 9. Off target with his 3.
Well, this has been far from his best game. And if they're going to come back here, he's got to find a way to get going.
Bridges with the steal. Barnes looking around. Bridges outside. And it's slammed in by Bridges.
And on the slam, Bridges using the vertical to finish strong before the D can contest.
Doncic. Doncic drops the hammer.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Hard work and soft hands, guys. That's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. And there's the 3.
And he's proven he can make this shot. Jackson, the D has to respect his range better than that.
Here's Bridges. He's off from 3.
Yeah, I think he forced that a little bit there. Should have tried for a higher percentage look from the 3.
Hey, Tim, if you could start a franchise with one player not named Wembanyama, who would you select?
I think I'd go with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander right now. When you look at his age, combined with the fact that I believe he is the single toughest individual cover in the NBA, he can just collapse defenses at will.
That is so well said. Would you pick a position or the player? How would you discern between those two thoughts?
I think the key for me is I want to take a guy who's going to make the decisions for me with the basketball in his hands. When you have a ball-dominant league with stars controlling the action, I want that one guy who I know I can pencil in high-level production every night.
Edwards with it. Dort covering. Here's Edwards. 5 to shoot. And oh, the block shot grabs it out of the air.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Raptors.
And they had to battle for this win. There were times when it looked like it was maybe slipping away a bit, but they never let that happen, which I thought was a real credit to them.
And that's a product of their mental toughness. Anytime the flow of the game turned against them, instead of caving, they just dialed it up a notch and were able to pull away.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Luka Doncic.
And watching that last game, you could see the comfort zone he got into, just filling it up from all of the spots he loves.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, they got to be happy with the outcome.
And that one is good.
Guys, you never know what you'll see when you're watching Luka Doncic. His offensive creativity is through the roof.
And so Toronto takes this one. But